Thanks for watching Littleton Common. And now here's Barbara McRae and Mark Crory. Hello, Littleton. Thanks for watching Littleton Common. It's December, Barbara, my favorite time of year. And have you got all your shopping done so far?
No, I haven't even started.
Oh boy. Wow.
You know, it used to be easier though.
Yeah, well, I sent you my list. I have things that I would like.
Oh, that one, I think I dropped it somewhere along the way.
It's okay, I made multiple copies because I knew you might say that. It's a short list this year. I'm not asking for much, so.
I thought I saw about 9 or 10 things.
That's
though.
a short list for me, so. What do you do for Christmas? You have any traditions you like to do?
Not anymore. Basically, everybody comes over, and I have to cook, and then we just pass out the gifts after we've eaten, and
nice.
you know, just enjoy each other's company.
Yeah, that's kind of what it's all about, right? Well, we have a tradition in our home. On Christmas Eve every year, we open a present, each kid and us, me and my wife, and it's an ornament. And the ornaments are designed, you know, we have them custom made or, you know,
nice.
Shop around, whatever. But there are some, have to do with some event that happened in our family for that particular person for the year. So, for instance, when my son got his driver's license, he got an ornament that was a little person sitting in a car with holding up a little thing that said driver's license. You know? and then each person has their own mini tree, about this big, and they can put their ornaments on every year, separate from the main tree. And then every year when they pull out their ornaments, they they can see what their life has been like each year, you know, and how different events have happened throughout the year. So nothing against people who just put bulbs, you know, ornament bulbs on their tree. That looks pretty too, but for us, all our ornaments have specific meanings to them, so it's fun.
Well, right now I have my mother's ornaments, which are very old. So I enjoy looking at those because I remember them from my childhood.
That's true.
So, and then I do have some that have pictures of my grandchildren, you know, and some of them even have a little, you know, battery where they say Merry Christmas, Grandma and Grandpa, kind of thing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I have to remember to keep doing the batteries.
Yeah, that's right, that's true. Take them out before you store them too, so they don't corrode and ruin it. But a couple things going on in Littleton this month, early. Of course, you have the Holiday Bazaar on the 2nd, and on the 3rd is the tree lighting every year. Do you ever get to that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good event with
Santa Claus.
Santa coming down on the fire engine. That's great. And of course, other people have other traditions that go on in December, but you know, we're excited. Oh, my church puts on a Christmas concert every year. This year it's on the 10th. And that's always fun to prepare for that, get ready for that concert.
We have a couple here in town too.
And usually the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints, they put on that denominational concert.
Yeah.
And that's always a good. I haven't heard about it this year, but I'm sure.
Yeah, it is going to happen.
Oh, okay.
I saw the signs.
Good. Yeah, that's always good. We've taped it or had someone tape it in the past. We've aired it here. So look for that on LCTV. So in the meantime, let's get on with the show, shall we?
Well, if you insist.
Okay. All right. Well, congratulations to our newest Deputy Fire Chief, Sean Coffey. Sean was officially sworn in on Sunday, November 26th at a ceremony at the fire station in front of family and friends, town dignitaries, and fellow firefighters. So congratulations to Deputy Chief Coffey. We also have a new member of our Cable Advisory Committee. So a big welcome to Dave Astolfi. Dave has been a longtime fixture here at LCTV, producing a variety of shows. He brings a wealth of experience to the board, and we just want to thank Dave for stepping up, volunteering to be part of the Cable Advisory Committee. Also, the Senior Center project contract was approved by the Select Board at their November 6th meeting. This $18.3 million project is scheduled to break ground on March 1st, 2024, and is expected to take about 14 months to complete. Your thoughts, Barbara, on this? Because I know that this is...
Well, let's put it this way. I'm anxious to see it at the end. Hopefully, I'll be here to see that. Because if it doesn't take a very long time. But yeah, we've been waiting for this center for a long, long time.
Maybe 40 years?
Maybe, close enough.
Yeah.
And so it's almost like just waiting to see it happen. Unless they
great.
change their mind, they're always changing the design. And
But you go to Groton, you go to Chelmsford, you go to some of these other towns around us that have these really nice senior centers, and you're just like, oh, and we're going to have that now. We're going to have
hopefully
really a beautiful center, and looking at the designs and everything, it just looks like it's going to be a great
looks
place.
huge.
Yeah, but still, they fit it on that little footprint over there.
I know.
So
I'm wondering about parking and everything.
that might be an issue.
Yeah, they might have to design something, someplace for
Yeah.
that.
Hopefully they'll say that, in the back lot, town hall employees, you go way over here on the left and leave the rest of the area for seniors and library patrons,
Right, maybe.
But
I'm sure they have it. They know what they're doing.
yeah, so March 1st is when we hope to have that happen, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll be standing outside waiting for the shovels.
That's right. Tell us about some other things that are happening.
Well, let's talk about what we've been doing.
Yeah.
Because we had some interesting guests this past year and enjoyable conversations. And this coming year, we hope to share some interesting stories and occupations with you. But today, we're visiting Groton Hill Music Center, which in the past was located in Littleton and known as Indian Hill Music Center. Groton Hill Music Center is a nonprofit community resource for all ages, abilities, and backgrounds, offering music, education, and concerts. And if you haven't been to Groton Hill, find the time, because we found the time to be over there. And this is an impressive building surrounded by open fields, orchards, and farm buildings. There is a 300-seat recital hall and a 1,000-seat concert hall, which opens up to a 500-seat lawn audience in good weather. And I had the chance to tour the facility and speak with the director of Groton Hill Music, Lisa Fiorentino. Today, we're here at the Groton Hill Music Center. We knew it at one time as the Indian Hill Music Center. But I'm here with Lisa Fiorentino. Thank you for being with us today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
We have to get all kinds of information about this beautiful place. And can you tell us a little bit about it now that you're here?
Sure. Well, this building is really a dream come true. It was a gift to the community. We spent years in Littleton, and it's such a wonderful town. And when we had the opportunity to create something like this that was really going to be for the entire community, Littleton, Groton, the surrounding area, really the whole region, central Massachusetts and beyond, we jumped at the chance to be able to create something like this. And so Groton Hill Music Center is a 126,000 square foot building. We have 2 performance halls. We have Meadow Hall, which is a 300-seat performance hall, and then the lovely concert hall here, which holds about 1,000 people. We do all genres of music here. We have our Vista Philharmonic Orchestra that used to be called the Orchestra of Indian Hill.
Right.
They have their season in this building. We also have all kinds of artists and all genres of music that are performing. Our music school is here. We're close to about 2,000 students now that are in our music school.
Really?
Yes, we have 35 studios here and on the premises, larger studios, smaller studios, and we serve kids who are 1 year old coming with their caregivers all the way up to adults. About 30% of our students are actually adults. We have people up in their 90s who are taking lessons.
Oh my goodness.
And then the other thing about Groton Hill is we're also out in the community doing different community engagement. We're out in public schools in like Fitchburg, Lowell, Lawrence, and Boys and Girls Clubs. We're providing free music education to those individuals who wouldn't have access. So all these kids who don't have access to music, we make sure that we provide that, find opportunities for them to come here. We have community concerts. I tell people all the time there is always something going on at Groton Hill, and again, it really is a gift to the community that people can come and enjoy music, which is just such an important component of people's lives. It really enhances the life of people.
Yeah, you've had some very famous musicians here, right?
We have. We, when we first opened, we've actually only had this hall open not even a year. We actually opened this back in January. Our small hall opened in October, but in January we started here. We've hosted Leanne Rimes. We've had Leslie Odom Jr. We've had Bruce Hornsby out here. We had Sutton Foster. So we are having really big names coming out to this region in this nice intimate setting so that you're here. And 1,000 seats, it feels like a lot, but it really isn't. When you're in this room, you can kind of see the stage. You can feel everything that's going on around you. And so having artists of that caliber has just been incredible for us. And we have, artists coming up as well that are going to be incredible. We have people like Gregory Porter that's coming in February. We have a Far Cry coming in February. All different kinds of artists are coming. We add concerts all the time, so we have all kinds of genres of music. And it's really been an exciting thing to watch it grow.
Yeah, it looks like you probably have the whole year booked with great musicians.
We're still working on that. We book out sometimes 6 months, sometimes longer, depending upon the genre. So we're continuing to add people. We just actually announced some additional concerts that are coming out too. We are announcing Snarky Puppy that's coming out in April. We have Mike Marshall and Daryl Anger coming. All kinds of musicians are going to be on our stages. We have Hanukkah Castle coming. So it's, again, traditional music, bluegrass music. We have Broadway kinds of things going on, singer-songwriter, and then our classical with our orchestra. The month of December is packed.
Yeah, and December you have something special early in the month, correct?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, we start with our Vista Philharmonic Orchestra doing their first Christmas magic here in this building. Our conductor, Maestro Bruce Hangen, he actually was working for years at the Portland Symphony, and he was doing his Christmas magic there, and now he's with our Vista Philharmonic. He's been with us for 25 years. He's doing that here, so this is our first time on that the Vista will be on this stage doing a Christmas performance. There's 2 shows, one on, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday, December 9th, and then at 7:30. And then the next day we actually have Jeremy Denk coming from the Celebrity Series. So we are partnering with the Celebrity Series, which to us has been wonderful. They're a great organization. They've been in Boston for years, and they saw this place and said, hey, this would be a wonderful place for them to bring their audiences to, and we both believe in artistic excellence. So it made sense to have a partnership where we have someone like Celebrity Series that's here. Our audiences can enjoy their performances from their artists. Their audiences can come out here and enjoy the natural, beautiful rural area that we're out in.
The seats must fill up pretty fast.
They do. We have so many great things. Not all of them. Some people will put on this stage and we know that they're not going to sell out, and that's okay. We want to do a lot of different things to make sure that we have a wide variety, but many of our concerts sell out pretty quickly. We have people like Sarah Evans is another example of someone that's coming in March. She's getting close to being sold out. We just actually put her concert on sale a few weeks ago. But all of the December things that we have, in addition to the Vista, we have our holiday sing-along. Few tickets might be left for that, but it's going fast. We have our big band. Our school actually has a big band that's going to be performing on this stage on December 21st.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty much sold out. And I think what's wonderful, it just, for me, looking at what we've been able to accomplish in the last year, the enthusiasm from the community is pretty incredible. We have all kinds of dreams of how we want this to go. I've been with the organization for 16 years, and we've been working on this project for 9. And I thought it would go well, and it even surpassed my imagination for that. Just the number of people that are coming in so excited about being in this beautiful space, about having it in this region. The enthusiasm, it's been quite wonderful.
Well, just sitting here, I feel like I can feel the sound of music.
It's great acoustics. It's world-class acoustics, you can tell.
Yeah, it's really absolutely incredible. And I was commenting on, I can't imagine who designed and built this. I mean, it is just incredible. And it's, I keep saying it's beautiful. It really is. And if you haven't been out here, you've got to come, because it is an experience and so close to home, you know.
Right.
It's surprising
Yeah.
when you even drive by. But but I have heard wonderful things about it, and I keep hearing about the wonderful concerts and everything. So you're doing an incredible job.
Oh, well, thank you. You know, you talk about coming here. I know people look online and they see the pictures, and the pictures are beautiful. It's a completely different experience when you walk through the door. And it's funny because we can tell when someone is new, because they'll come through, and again, this is a beautiful landmark building for the community. It really is. And people will walk in and you can just see that they're looking around and just enjoying everything that it feels like. It's such a natural feel to it.
Yes.
Jaws are dropping and they're like, wow. And then if they have a concert in here, and maybe they're sitting out on the orchestra main, but they'll come in this section first and they'll just kind of look and they'll be like, this place is incredible. And it's right here in central Massachusetts. And you know, something that's important to our organization is we're not just a performance venue. We're so much more than that. You know, we want to create an environment where people feel warm, welcomed, that they're part of something. And I think we see that. We hear a lot of people telling us that they come in and just our volunteers are just wonderful and friendly and greeting everyone. Our staff, the same kind of thing. And even the artists that come on stage, they'll look around and they'll be like, wow, this is incredible that you have this building here, and they'll engage with the audience in such a wonderful way. And I think we want to be unique in that way. And so far, it's been going really well for us to do that.
Yeah, it looks like it. And looking down here at everything, it looks like they can be engaged with the audience.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's an important part of music in general, is that when you're attending a concert or anything else, there's something communicative about it. You know, I mean, music is a language that speaks to people.
Right.
And it speaks to people in different ways. And when you have an artist on stage that's engaging with you and maybe telling you a story about why they wrote a particular song, or just talking about like their favorite song, or even something that's going on in their life, it just kind of, it adds to that experience. And even our audience members themselves, we see that, you know, people are sitting next to each other and they're excited and they're talking about it. Oh, this is my first time here, or it just, music has a way to connect us. And you know, in today's world, I think we need a lot of that connection, and that's important for us, and that's something that we strive to do as part of our values as well.
Yeah, well, I agree with you wholeheartedly. And it looks like there's no way you couldn't do a wonderful job here. We'll probably ask a few people that have been here what they, you know, thought about coming here. It would be fun to hear. But, you know, and just look, right now I'm looking out the windows and looking at the fact that you have all this wonderful land and farm buildings nearby. So, you know, you just can't help but feel close to it.
Exactly. And what's beautiful about this particular area, so we actually own 110 acres of land. And the building itself has been built on about 35 of those acres. And then when you look out into the distance on this side, this is all agriculturally restricted land. So it is always going to stay that beautiful agrarian feel that just, I mean, you come here and like you said earlier, when you're driving up to the building, it just creates this different environment. You know, there's this beautiful area with wonderful trees and agrarian feel and some wonderful buildings. Across the street is Indian Hill, which actually, you know, our organization used to be called Indian Hill. Our organization was founded on Indian Hill Road right across the street, and we now own Indian Hill. It feels like coming home in some ways.
Yeah.
Not that we have not, you know, our time in Littleton was fabulous, but it's kind of like a full circle thing that is, as we've grown as an organization and can serve more people in the organization, to know that we've got roots right here and where we were built is pretty cool.
Well, whoever decided did a good job. And, well, is there anything else that you'd like us to know about Groton Hill?
Sure. Well, you know, for us, it's all about the experience. And it's the experience whether you're a student taking lessons here, whether you're a concert goer, whether you're a community person coming to one of our free events. We want you to feel like you're part of something special. That's an important part of what we do, and the experience from beginning to end. You know, when you drive in, we want you to feel like this is a place for you. This is your place. It's a community. And I think what's important for us, we are a nonprofit. We're a 501c3 charitable organization, and our music education programs are vast. We have a free lesson day that's actually coming up in January, at the end of January. An important event to give people a chance to kind of see what it's like to take music. We have 80 plus professional faculty on staff doing all kinds of music, 35 plus instruments. We have all kinds of large ensembles, which is really wonderful about this building that we didn't have the opportunity to do before, and that we had too many smaller studios where we were, but here we have larger ensemble spaces.
That's right.
So we can now have regional youth orchestras, we can have regional wind ensembles, we have youth choruses, we have big bands, as I mentioned earlier. We have adult ensembles, everything from a New Horizons concert band to a flute orchestra. The flute orchestra actually has their first concert coming up in December. That's coming up in a couple of weeks. And this gives people a chance to not only learn an instrument on their own, but also to learn it in a group. And that changes the whole educational experience, because now you're working with a group of people and you're communicating differently. You're learning to play your instrument differently. You're learning how that all works. And we have these awesome teachers who are making sure that you get what you want out of that. You know, we have singing, all kinds of things. So there's that.
It's a busy place.
There is always something happening here. So, you know, there's the school, and then there's our concerts, and we're continuing to add concerts all the time. You know, I tell people all the time, if you're not on our e-list, you want to be at grotonhill.org, because we're adding stuff all the time. And as you mentioned, things sell out pretty quickly, and you don't want to miss out of all the great things, because we're going to have different artists coming up. Not just even, you know, there's the famous artists that you'd know, like a Leslie Odom Jr., but even emerging artists. And what's important to us is artistic excellence. So anyone we put on stage, it's going to be a good show. And it might be something you've never heard before, or you haven't seen them before, but we have people walking out all the time. That was awesome. It was just fabulous. And so I think that's really lots of different things. We have a dining room as well, just to mention that. So you can come to pre-concert dining. So if you have a concert ticket, you actually can come and enjoy a dining beforehand. So it's the entire experience.
I didn't know that.
Yep, we do. There's about 80 people. It's a lovely room and great food, great service, and it's the convenience that you kind of come in and you can have your meal and then sit down and have a concert, or we have concessions if you want to come get your glass of wine to sit down and enjoy it. It's about creating out here in central Massachusetts this wonderful region,
Really?
A landmark performance venue, and that's kind of what we have.
Well, I love it. I think
Well, I'm glad.
I've learned a lot today, and I definitely want to come back
hope
to
you
see a
will.
concert.
Absolutely great.
And we'll be looking forward to it. I'll be looking now. Do I find all this out online? Are there flyers or what? How can I find out what's going on?
Sure. The best way to find out what's going on is to go to grotonhill.org.
Okay.
And our website is vast. Because we do so much, it's vast. So we have a whole section on our concerts. You could just click on the concerts. You can go through, and it lists in chronological order everything that's coming up, all the different things and all different genres. If you want to sort by genre, you can do that. If you want to sort by concert hall, because we have 2 of them, you can do that as well. Okay. And you can see everything that's there. You can join our e-list, and by doing that, when we make an announcement about a concert that's coming up, you'll know about it to be able to go and buy tickets. So that's an important part too. We have a whole school section that talks about all the things that we have going on in the school. So it's separated by age, so you can go to adults, you can go to early childhood, you can see all of that. But really the best way to do it is grotonhill.org. We're also on social media. So we're on everything from Facebook to Instagram, you know, all of those kinds of things we're on as well. Good. And then we do have some printed materials and do send out things along the way. But if any people that come to our concert, you know, they tend to be taking materials with them so that they know what's happening.
Terrific. Mm-hmm. So there's no way that you can't find out what's going on.
Yeah, right. And you know, you can always call. If you have a question about something, we have a box office, we have patron services for our school. We always try to make sure that we give people whatever information they need, because this is really for the community. So
it's perfect. Mm-hmm. Well, I can't thank you enough for being here today, talking to us and giving us all the great information about Groton Hill. And I want to see a lot of people calling or going to the site and finding out what's going on and coming over here, because you will like it.
I hope so. We like it, and I think that you will too.
Can't help it.
Yeah,
Just look around. Just look around. Thanks again.
Oh, thank you, Barbara.
Appreciate it so much.
I appreciate it. So glad you could be with us today.
Barbara, that was fascinating, and what a great, people over there were so nice and kind, and everything looks like just the design of it all, how they incorporated the themes of, you know, these beams going in between. It looks just like an orchard branch.
Yeah, that's what they wanted to get the look of. It's amazing to me to just stand there and look around at the ceiling and the walls and know that whoever designed this did a beautiful job as far as, you know, sound. I mean, how do they know that? It just came out. They said it came out beautiful.
It did. And they've had some big names there, you know, as Lisa was mentioning. But just the fact that it took 8 years to build, you know, that's a
well,
long
I could
time.
understand that. If you're standing in that building, you can look at this. And to use all that wood, but also stone, and get good sound.
Yeah. It's amazing. It blew me away.
Yeah, I think that anyone should go over there. If you're not going to go to a concert, go for a tour, because they do that.
Yeah.
Make sure you wear walking shoes, though, because they said that we walked 2 miles.
Wow.
Yesterday.
I believe it.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on there.
I know. I haven't walked that far in a long time. But of course, we had stairs and everything. Right. I think that Lisa, or no, it wasn't Lisa, Julie at the end thought maybe I needed an elevator.
Yeah, well,
and I did.
Yeah, I know, but it was a great time. You did a good job with that, so thanks for that. And thanks to you for sharing this time with us. We want to wish you a wonderful holiday season and a very happy new year.
And be good to everyone this season.
Right, and every season. So we'll see you next time. Take care.